What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. Now, I got to set the record straight on something. And basically, you know how it goes. You disappear, you come back. The second you come back, you got some dummy sitting on the side that needs to be educated, that want to say something to try to challenge your logic and reason and truth, which is stupid because look at the three words you're challenging. See? So what I'm talking about, right? At least if you want to try to challenge logic and reasoning, you can't challenge what's true. See, the difference between logic and reasoning, somebody can say that that's what they're doing and then completely contradict themselves. But see, if you've been following me, you know I base my opinions off of facts. But my opinions are just opinions. Like I always say, everybody's opinion is an opinion, not a fact. If it's an opinion and it's accurate, it's not a fact, it's an opinion. And what's accurate is because your opinion is dealing with the facts. Okay? So your surrounding statements and everything is tied to what you know. Okay? Or what you think you know. Versus somebody being biased and trying to make their opinions facts. Now, for the idiots that like to say shit like, oh, well, how you gonna say that such and such ducked such and such and this okay, first off, right? Let's understand something. Because somebody pulled out of a fight doesn't mean they ducked if they have a legitimate reason. Do we know how legitimate the reason is? No, we don't. My thing is, y'all only use that energy towards somebody who you don't like. My thing is the overall scope of boxing. When the biggest fights, for some reason, don't happen. Okay? Example, fact. Ryan Garcia was the mandatory to fight Devin Haney. He declined it to have an exhibition with Manny Pacquiao. That never happened. Fact. He said he was going to fight Teofimo Lopez, right? Lopez confirmed. This is what I spoke about. This is what you idiots are alluding to, right? And what happened? They did not fight each other. Fact. Now, the fact that you are Ryan Garcia nut hugger, right? And you don't want to admit the fact that he turned the fight down with Ryan Garcia, which is why his father just spoke about it not too long ago, because people talk about the fight not happening, but they don't want to talk about the reason. Who actually caused the fight to not happen? It wasn't Devin, it was Ryan. And that's a fact. He turned the fight down. Came out of his own mouth. So what are you saying? You're not disagreeing with me. You're disagreeing with Ryan Garcia. Okay? So at the end of the day, because you like Ryan Garcia and you don't like Devin Haney, that has nothing to do with me. I can care less about who you like and don't like. Fact, he didn't fight him. Fact, he didn't fight Teofimo Lopez. Fact, he announced he was going to fight Fortuna on his own little video thing, and it never happened. Then he claimed mental health issues. That's facts. Facts. Every time somebody fight at 135, he has an opinion. Oh, I did this and this and that. Even Tank Davis last fight at 140, I did this, but the guy is not fighting anyone. Those are facts. So what are you disputing? Okay, let's look at Tyson Fury and Wilder. Fury supposedly had COVID. Did he really have it? Well, it turns out he didn't have it, right? After all. The fight did not happen the third time a couple of weeks ago like it was supposed to happen because of Fury. That's a fact. So when you say, oh, but what about Wilder? Wilder, he was, first of all, we're not going to sit here and keep talking about Wilder 1 and 2 and this like the same thing Wilder keeps doing and his fan base keeps doing. That has nothing to do with fight 3 not happening. No different from people bringing up the gloves in fight 1 that had nothing to do with fight 2, right? And then you guys are sitting there, yeah, that's right. That wasn't even the same fight. Okay, same thing. The fight that did not happen, we ain't talking about Wilder pulling out from the fight and all that. We spoke about those things when it was happening. We talking about right now. Y'all stuck in the past because why? Oh, what now? I'm a Wilder fan all of a sudden? I'm not a fan of anybody's. Nobody's. The fight didn't happen because of Fury. Fact, Fury say things like, if I don't knock out AJ in 3 rounds, I retire. I'm lying by saying that? It's all right here for you to see. But see, the thing is, you know it's some clown shit, and it doesn't make him look good. So because you are a Fury nut hugger, oh, you can't say that about Fury, I feel some kind of way. My name is Aries Zodiac, baby boy, and I don't give a shit about your feelings. If you don't know that by now, now you do, boy. Let's give you another fact. Anthony Joshua got beat by Andy Ruiz. Aries Zodiac never made no excuses about it. Fact. When you hear me say, give the boxing news about it was said that he was concussed by Joey DeWaco, right? And this chick calls, she did a video on stream and she confirmed it. Did Joey DeWaco deny it or did he admit it? AJ just didn't admit nothing and he didn't make any excuses. He said the better man won. That's a fact. So how do you say, oh, how come you don't use that same energy for AJ? For what? Like, what are we talking about? What did AJ do? What did I miss? So what are you talking about? These are all facts. This is not, oh, I don't pick and choose and play favoritism like y'all do. You know that. So every time somebody can't wait to make a stupid ass comment, it's like, you know I will address it. But see, I'm only going to address you with facts and truth. Logic and reasoning. I don't fucking address it with, oh, well, my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is just my opinion. I stress this all the time because, like I tell you, don't get me mixed up with them alphabet boys or no other channel for that matter. I'm not Kurt DeVille. I'm not Showbiz the Adult. I'm not Boxing Wave. I'm not the LDBC. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not Bruce Vane. I'm not none of these dudes. I'm Aries fucking Zodiac, and I don't put myself on no pedestal, and I don't put myself beneath nobody. But I don't follow what nobody else do. I do my own thing. I'm not none of them dudes. So don't get my words mixed up because maybe some of them may say something that you don't like. Maybe, you know, and then you hear something that they say. Maybe I do a video about the same type of subject matter, and all of a sudden you feel like, oh, everybody's coming against this guy because you are a nut hugger. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not none of those guys. I'm not affiliated with none of those guys. I don't know these guys. I don't have a problem with these dudes. I don't know them to have a problem with them. But I ain't none of them motherfuckers. So don't ever get Aries words mixed up with nobody else. Now I don't care who you are. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and y'all know I will say it to your face. And if you want to do something about it, hey, baby, I can take care of myself, so I don't care nothing about you feeling some kind of way because I'm speaking as a man telling the truth. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't dance on eggshells. I say what I'm going to say. I don't play neutral. Y'all know I don't play nice. Y'all know I don't do that. So don't get my words mixed up because, like I said, you jump from channel to channel to channel and feel like everybody's attacking your favorite fighters. I ain't got nothing to do with what they say. And if people see the truth and they speak about it and you can't handle it, then that's something you got to deal with. Nobody need to be apologizing to you. Okay. What's something else we talked about? Okay. We got word Lomachenko was supposed to have a rematch with Teofimo Lopez. Did we not? Did we not see his dad shake hands with Bob Arum? And that was supposed to be the agreement that they had. But at the same time, his fight gets canceled with Kambosos, gets moved back 4 fucking times. Is that not a fact? Those are facts. But see, if you're a Teofimo Lopez fan, again, you nut hugging, so you don't want the truth to be said. I'm only giving the boxing news. I don't care personally what happened between these guys. If they fight, they fight. If they don't, they don't. I'm not losing sleep. I'm the one making videos telling y'all, don't let these people get in your damn head and live rent-free, so to speak, and have you walk around here stressing and angry because what the fuck 2 grown-ass men don't want to do. They're rich. You're not. Like I keep telling you, these dudes already are millionaires without fighting the top names. They become a brand and they are millionaires already. And that's why they're so comfortable with not fighting the top guys. Because they got money already. And they have no problem taking your money. Simple. So when you try to debate facts, especially when a fighter comes out of his face and says, hey, look, let me say this one more time too. Whoever Errol Spence whoever he fights, I'm pulling for Errol Spence to win. Have I not said time after time, the reason Errol Spence and Crawford didn't fight is because of Errol Spence? How many times do I got to say it? My point is self-exclamatory. I don't make excuses for a guy because I want to see him beat the other guy. Clearly, he is the reason that the fight didn't happen with Terence Crawford. And I don't think he's afraid of Terence Crawford. But again, Terence Crawford has a title, which he was told to go get a title. He did that. And then he was said, why not fight Sean Porter? Which he did. He's yet to fight Terence Crawford. Ellie Setback a couple of months ago asked Errol Spence, how long is he going to stay at 147 like he's been in for a while? And he said, I've been in for a minute, man. And he said, if the right fight don't come along, he's going to move. He's going to move on. Now, when he says move on, we know he's not going to 140. So does he find a home at 154 or 160? Remember the video I did when I said, do you think Errol Spence would fight Jamal or Jamel? Y'all think that they're tight enough that they ain't gonna fight each other, or you think that they'll get it on? And I don't really see him jumping up 2 weight classes. I can see him, if anything, going to 154. And if he does go to 154, you know Jamel is the man at that division right now. So how long is he gonna be before Errol finally decides to decide, hey man, we need to get it on. I want them belts. You understand what I'm saying? So if I can sit here and tell you that, if I can sit here and tell you I like Demetrius Andrade as a fighter, and I also like Jamal Charlo as a fighter, but I'm rocking with the Charlos no matter who they fight, same thing. Why didn't Charlo and Demetrius Andrade fight? Because Charlo don't want to fight him. Now, if I can sit here and say that, you know how stupid you sound trying to call me a fan of somebody when, for one, I'm nobody's fan. I just like these guys more than I like the other guys in their division. Simple as that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and make excuses for them. I don't feel nothing when they lose. Just, came up short. All right, maybe get them next time. And I go on with my day. Good fight, though. What am I losing sleep for? Only people I put that kind of energy into is people I love that's trying to accomplish something and they have to compete with somebody for it. Other than that, nah, man. I'm not a fan of anybody's. Never was, never will be. You know? Never worked like that with me. So when you say you think somebody's a fan, I've heard somebody say, if you are a Wilder fan, then you're automatically a Fury hater, or vice versa. If you're a Fury fan, you're automatically a Wilder hater. See, you're categorizing people and coming up with these stupid ass sayings and all of that. In all honesty, we're all too grown up for that. Pause. Plain and simple, people. None of this stuff is putting money in my pocket because these guys fight. You know, I'm not concerned about another man's win-loss record or his legacy. I'm not concerned about it. There's certain people you want to see win, like I said, but that's these guys' life, not mine. I just enjoy the fights. You guys do all the cheerleading, jumping up and down, screaming and getting pissed off and having bad days and nightmares. Not me. I don't do that. So when you want to address a situation, make sure you got your information straight. Plain and simple. You've never heard me show favoritism to any fighter. So even if I say, like I was asked earlier, who do I think, will win against AJ and Usyk? I said, well, I'm rolling with AJ. But I want to see a great fight overall. So may the best man win. Yeah, I'm pulling for AJ, but do I need to keep emphasizing on that? Do I need to keep, this and this? No. When I say if AJ fight the way he's supposed to, he should actually beat Usyk pretty easily. I know what I mean when I say that, and I mean what I say. Now, if AJ is actually going to use his physical gifts the right way and do the thing the way I would be training him, it's yet to be seen. And if Usyk was to win, I would say, hey, man, the better man won. What am I supposed to do? Why do I need to make excuses for another man? I wouldn't even make an excuse for myself if I was to lose something in some kind of way. For what? For what? When you win, there's no excuses, right? But when you lose, it's because of this, because of that. And it could very well be because of something. Things do happen. But at the same time, I'm just saying, you've never, ever, nobody at any point in time have ever heard me make an excuse for nobody. And if I'm repeating something, like Serafina saying that Joey DeWaco called them and told them, yo, tell Jarrell Miller you're going to have an easy night because I just concussed AJ. How you going to fucking argue that with me? I didn't make that up. That came from Serafina's mouth. Joey DeWaco admitted it, and so did she. AJ refused to make an excuse. He simply said the better man won. So what are you debating? Nobody made an excuse for AJ. And even for Wilder fans, the people that hated AJ and wanted to see him lose were saying something was definitely wrong with AJ in the start of that fight. But this didn't turn to a fucking 2-year soap opera with people talking about, yo, something was wrong. No, everybody see AJ was like out of character. He was doing, his behavior was different. He was going down from shots that wasn't even that hard. And he was going down. Okay. We saw that. You can go through my whole archive and you will never, ever, ever hear me say the only reason he lost is because he was concussed. I said it was word that he was concussed. Something definitely wasn't right. But hey, he chose to fight. It comes with the territory. That's what Aries said. So like I said, you can't confuse me with nobody else. I don't give a fuck if you know another channel where a dude got a beard like me, wear a baseball cap similar or whatever. My complexion, I don't give a fuck if I shave all this shit off and then you see somebody with a smooth face, whatever it may be. That ain't Aries. It's only one motherfucking me. So don't ever confuse my shit with somebody else's. That's why when you guys say things and I tell you, yo, you don't make any sense. Look at your fucking comments. I can sit here right now and say, I'm going to make a video about A, B, C. Some dummy will come into the comment section and say, oh man, well, I'm just saying, 10, 11, and 12, that's what we should be talking about. Because, see, 10, 11, and first off, you just changed the whole concept, man, and the whole conversation. Nobody's talking about numbers. We're talking about alphabets. That's what you guys love to do. A lot of you like to say, it's not a lot of people. It's always just a select few. Whether these guys are just trolling or whatever, they come and waste their time to make stupid-ass comments about nothing. We're talking about facts over fairy tales. Because you guys love to say, oh, we'll keep the same energy with this guy and this guy. You want me to just make up some dumb shit to say because you guys can't figure something out? I mean, really? You make no sense. I'm speaking about current events, things that's happening. So when you say keep the same energy with what? Be specific. What am I keeping the same energy about? Like I said, did something happen with AJ that I don't know about? I know something that was going on with Fury and Wilder. I know AJ got a fight with Usyk. And because Wilder made the comment, they're already making excuses, talk about mandatory. Oh, so wait. So what are you trying to say? That AJ, for some reason, is fighting Usyk as an excuse to not fight Wilder? Dummy, do you realize that the fight that was supposed to be Fury versus AJ, that didn't happen? And it was supposed to be Fury versus Wilder? That didn't happen. It's postponed. That they're going to fight and AJ versus Usyk will happen before Wilder and Fury 3. So please tell me how that's a duck. Please tell me how it's a duck when Wilder is the one who said, I ain't fighting AJ for no amount of money. So I don't care. So don't wait for it. It ain't happening. So who's ducking who? Who's the one that said, hey, be a man of your word. I could afford AJ for more money, but I chose to fight you. And then say the guy's ducking him. This is facts. Aries didn't make this up. This came out of your man's mouth. So what are you talking about when you say keep the same energy with AJ? What are you talking? What are you smoking crack? Are you smoking squirrel ass or something? What are you doing? You smoking fucking gorilla knuckles, monkey toes? Well, you smoking something. What are you even talking about? That's why I'm like, do you guys are you sober? Do you look at your comments? There's nothing that you guys are saying that makes sense when you say things like that. You've never heard me make an excuse for no other fighter. So don't come and tell me nothing about no keep the same energy, especially when you can't even explain what you're talking about. Excuse me, because it just makes no sense to me keep the same energy with AJ. What did AJ do? That's what I said. Tell me what he did so I can know what I'm missing. Because first off, if AJ is ducking somebody he fought his mandatories, okay, and then he turns around, he's trying to get the fight with Fury, doesn't happen. Usyk is his mandatory. He's fighting Usyk. The fight sold out. It's happening unless something happens to somebody or whatever, somebody gets sick again, however, and the fight's off. Other than that, the fight's signed, sealed, and all but delivered as of yet. So I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. And the fight that Wilder is focused on right now is Fury. So what are you talking about? You make no sense. Facts over fairy tales. Plain and simple. It's like it's fun to you guys to sit up and talk about who's ducking who. Like that's the norm for boxing talk now. Who's ducking who's doing this. I don't care about this couples therapy format of boxing, man. It's this dramatic soap opera shit. I'm not into that. When somebody does something that looks suspect and we speak about it, okay, cool. But then it's like y'all want to load up on just talking about who's ducking who and who's doing this and who's doing that, and it was this person's fault. And remember back in 2018, man, listen, ain't nobody trying to dig that far back to make a fucking point in 2021. Unless we're talking about a situation where somebody was supposed to fight like Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo can date back 3-4 years ago with their beef. But what point are we making? What point are we making? That's old news. That's old news. Why are we still talking about? I guess boxing has become so boring now that all we can do is sit up and talk about shit from 3, 4, 5 years ago because there's nothing going on now that is really interesting. So let's sit here and play who ducked who. I have no interest in that shit, man. I'm giving you the news as it is. Just like the example I gave about Terrence Crawford and Spence. Yeah, that video is some years old now. But again, the fight's still not happening. And Terrence Crawford clearly wants that fight and Spence don't. So they both moved on from each other. And if you remember, Spence out of his mouth said he liked Terrence Crawford. He a real dude. He said he don't like Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman fake. Okay, so fight the real dude. I mean, let's go. What's the reason for the holdup? So when a dude say Terrence Crawford can't draw, okay, he said the same thing about Sean Porter, and he still fought Sean Porter. And if they fight each other, who am I pulling for? Errol Spence. I like Terrence Crawford as a fighter, but nah, I'm rolling with Spence. I like Spence more as a fighter. But I'm sitting here being honest, telling you he's the reason that the fight ain't happened. So I don't know what you talk about. What you need to do is keep that same energy when you look in the fucking mirror, right? And you see everybody but yourself. Well, keep that same energy when you see me. Don't see other channels when you look at me. Look at me, because I think a lot of times when y'all make comments, the energy is really not directed at me. The energy came from all these other channels that y'all sit and ho-hop on and get upset because nobody's telling you what you want to hear. That's what I believe that y'all do. Because at the end of the day, you can't sit here and tell me nothing about no keep the same energy, because I never, ever show favoritism to nobody. So, I just wanted to get it off my chest. Because a lot of times I just hear things that just make no sense to me. So, end of the day, here's what we're talking about. When we get news, and I'm just breaking this down because there's a lot of people that's deaf, dumb, and blind out there. I am not in Anthony Joshua's house. I'm not sitting next to Deontay Wilder. I'm not on the phone with Teofimo Lopez. I don't know what the fuck is going on other than the news that we get. Which is why a lot of times I wait and let things marinate before I speak about it. Certain topics you like, nah, there's going to be something else said about this. Let me just hold off. Plain and simple. And that's what I do. And I give you the news. And when I say word is, it's because it's never really confirmed. It's just somebody said, oh, well, such and such. Now, when you see a video, like, and somebody clearly say something, but people want to try to debate it anyway, well, you're just a moron. There's no need to even have a conversation with somebody like that. Let's go back to the Chris Colbert Wilder situation, right? Chris Colbert said some things And then all of a sudden, Blue Blood decides to tell the world, oh, Chris Colbert admits that it was him, not Wilder, that wanted the video being taken down. Well, at that point, he can give a fuck about Chris Colbert because Chris Colbert said something about his king. Had a picture of Chris Colbert up there like he's going to play the video. Never played the video. Not one time did anybody hear anything come out of Chris Colbert's mouth saying, oh, it wasn't Wilder, it was me. No, that was Blue Blood's bullshit. And what happens? Good old Aries pulls up the second video, the video that was afterwards where he addressed it and said the same exact things he said in the first. So what in the fuck would he have the video taken down for? Just to turn around and repeat the same things. And you fools sit up there, yeah, but, no, there's no yeah, but. There's no yeah, but. Stop drinking that nice tall glass of stupid juice. Stop eating jackass meat. The combination is making you guys, like, in all honesty, it's like, I'm not even being sarcastic. I think some of y'all are high or drunk when y'all make comments. Because y'all just make no sense. And it's like, all right, I'm not even going to entertain that. But I wanted to get this video out because it's like I step away for damn near a month. I come back, drop 2 videos, and already you got stupid people want to just say stupid things. And it's like, bro, who the fuck are you talking to? You talking about one situation and somebody else bring up something that got nothing to do with what you're talking about. So plain and simple, I give you the boxing news and views. I do not tell you what's going on in somebody's home or training camp because I'm not there. So I'm giving you boxing news. Redirect that bull crap to these other channels who will sit there and entertain your nonsense and pity pat and go back and forth with you and be sitting there putting 20 paragraph messages to each other. I don't deal with that nonsense. We can chop it up, we can talk, and we're going to keep it respectful. If there's anything other than that, I'm not interested. You can do that with somebody else, just like I'm saying. And that's why I keep telling you guys, when you are talking about something, understand what you believe or want to believe doesn't mean that it's true. Whether you want to believe something don't make it true, and because you don't believe something don't make it true. But guess what? When shit don't add up, and you got that gut feeling, go with your gut feeling. But just understand, it's not even that serious. I don't know why any of y'all would lose sleep over something that another fighter, another grown-ass man, or whoever just decide they're going to do or not do. I don't give a fuck about your legacy like that. I'm going to get upset because a fight don't happen. I'm going to get upset because somebody didn't fight a certain person or because somebody didn't fight for a certain amount of money. How does that affect me? I'm about to get out my car, go in this gym, get my workout in, go home, shower, eat some good food, sit back, probably watch Netflix or Tubi, and then call it a night. That's how my night gonna go. That's my plans for right now anyway. I ain't losing no sleep over none of it. And at the end of the day, when all these fighters, for some reason, just keep having fights delayed or canceled, and then you come to find out that the tickets wasn't selling, which is another fact. They showed you the layout. Wilder Fury 3 barely sold anything. And if these guys are waiting for the live crowds to come back, now the live crowds are back, but it was still an empty arena. Yeah. Fight didn't happen, did it? Regardless to why, it didn't happen. And that's just facts. So you're not debating me. You're debating yourself. You're fighting yourself. And you're also debating the person that you're trying to defend when it comes out their own mouth. But when the person that you're trying to defend make up delusional lies and sit there and see shit that nobody else see, then, I mean, you know, you do what you like. Aries going to do him. Anyway, now that I got that off my chest, everybody stay safe. Hope everybody's healthy. Be careful. This COVID thing is still out there, even though a lot of places are letting you show up without having to wear masks and all that kind of stuff. You never know who might have it around you. You might work somewhere where they're telling you, hey, you don't have to wear a mask if you've been vaccinated. But by law, they can't ask you for proof. So you just may have people around you that, hey, I'm tired of wearing this mask. And they might have it and don't even know it. So everybody be safe. There's always love. There's always peace and respect. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.